Hi creators! We're quilling a letter D today and just jumping right into it. The first skill to learn is a shaped teardrop. I prep my strip of paper by giving it a gentle curve in the same direction I'll be rolling it. Then give a few hard curls right at the start of the strip. Place the straight pin just below the edge and push in to make that edge pop up. Grab it with your thumb and roll down. After a couple rolls, it gets a little squirrely on the pin, so it's easier to just finish rolling it by hand. Once you roll the whole thing, let it relax into a loose coil and glue it shut. Pull the center to one side and pinch the opposite side. That is a regular teardrop. To make a shaped teardrop, you curve the pointy end. And if you don't count the rolling, it's easy cheesy. So I've got a few different shaped teardrops. Before I glue them down, I'm going to take an off-white strip and make a small regular teardrop and then wrap it in a light blue. Now I'm ready to glue down. The next skill to learn is the scroll. It's elegant and graceful and best of all, super easy. Basically, you prep the strip and roll one end. And you can use as is or feel free to adjust the coil, cut it to length, whatever. Easy as pie. So these particular scrolls I'll be using as a stem or a vine. And then gluing more shaped teardrops wrapped in a dark blue, lovely, along the length of it. On the other side, I'm putting some no-hole tight coils, and I promise to show how to make them later on. I tried doing something different than my normal method for these ones, and I wasn't thrilled with it, so we'll skip that. You'll get my normal method in just a few minutes. Let's do more scrolls. Here's a cool thing you can do. You have a coil in one direction, and you can curl the tail in the other direction, so it makes an S shape. Another variation is the C scroll, where you make a coil on both ends, so they roll and meet in the center. Yep, looks like a fancy letter C. And then down here we'll glue in another gentle S scroll and finish filling in the space with some more scrolls. The next skill is a crescent or moon shape. Like a lot of basic quilling, this calls for shaping a loose coil, but I'm adding a step this time. Loose coil as usual, and now I'm going to loosen my loose coil. Did you know you could do that? It's true. You can unroll the coil, and when you roll it up again, it's more open than it was before. Now my crescents will be a little bigger. To make the shape, pinch opposite sides while also pushing the bottom up with your thumbs. Not too hard, right? I'm going to glue the crescents evenly spaced, then glue some more shaped teardrops in between, the same kind as we put along the vine earlier. And in the middle of those two is a dark blue regular teardrop. Time to learn my normal method of making a tight coil with no hole. So after gluing the strips together, I get a single drop of water and wet the strip, especially the end I'm starting at. Then I get a coil started with a straight pin, but of course, there's still a hole. So I back it up and smush the very tip of the curled strip as I roll it tightly with my thumb. The water is used to really help soften the paper to make this part easier. Not to say that this is super easy, so don't stress if it takes a few tries. I love the no-hole look, but if at any time you feel like chucking something across the room in frustration, just use a slotted tool. Hole, no hole, whatever, it will still look great. And that same advice applies to rolling with a straight pin. It's totally optional. Dang, I am loving that pattern. So the last thing to do is add the flourish, and that top part of the D is just begging for a swash, don't you think? Oh yeah, let's do it. What can I say? Blues make me happy. Time for the final close-up. Thanks for watching. See you next time.